Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tuesdays Live. I'm just going to move this light over here. That's a bit better. All right. That's not that much better. What the heck? There we go. As good as it gets. We're talking today about how to set yourself up for success. So, can be a broad topic, but we're going to go over how to set your week up for success, how to a little bit about how to plan for success over the holidays. Bunch of different strategies here. Everything's going to be pretty simple, so easy things to action, stuff that you guys can take today and start like literally start doing it the second that you get off of this call. So that's the topic for today. If you're joining the live, please drop your win down below in the chat, and we'll read some wins out as we go through here. I know I just sent the link, so it might be a little bit until people pop in here. If you're watching and you're not able to comment, you just need to sign into your YouTube account. If you have Google, you have a YouTube account. You don't have to set anything else up. It's all integrated together. If that doesn't work, they might just need to open it on the app. All right, so I know that's been something that's come up a couple times, so just wanted to share that with you. My win for today is I just got myself set up on Elfster. If you haven't seen the WhatsApp announcements yet, go take a look. Check out the chat. We're doing Elfster for Secret Santa. So Elfster is basically a website organizing service thing where it's going to randomize everybody. All you have to do is log in. I can't stress this enough. Put your address in right away. When you log in, it gives you the option to do it right away. You put your name in there, you put your address in, and then you can even use the website to create your own wish list, and you can create it on Amazon. So it's really simple. It literally is like foolproof. You just do it all through the app. Create your little $20 wish list of items that you would like people to get you. And that's what people, whoever your Secret Santa is, that's what they're going to look at to get you. Keep an eye on the notes on that because let me see if I have mine open here. Oh, maybe not. No, I don't. But you can put in, when you put an item onto your wish list, you can put a description for it. So if it's like a piece of clothing, like Casey loves her Yoro shorts, I'm going to type that in here. Yoro. Yario. I have no idea how to say it. Yario. Anyways, great shorts. If you put like an item of clothing in there or something like that, put the size, put the color if you have a color preference in there, that sort of stuff. All right. Cool. That covers Elfster. The other thing that I want to stress, because it happens every year, and we're going to hound you for it, is if you join the Secret Santa, you agree to participate, you must participate. Somebody else is going to be buying you a present. If you don't buy your Secret Santa a present, somebody gets left out, and that lands on us. We're the ones that have to make sure that that gets corrected, and so we're going to hound you to make sure that you follow through with that. So please, if you do join Elfster, make sure that you uphold the commitment. Just do it right away and get it over with. If your Secret Santa person has their wish list in there, just take it off the box right away. It helps everybody out. Then nobody's disappointed at Christmas when they didn't get their Elfster gift. All right. Cool. All right. That's housekeeping stuff. We'll finish up there. Let's talk about setting yourself up for success. All right. So this is huge. Where am I going to start with this? Just basic information here. As humans, we thrive on routine and structure and organization. Without it, we tend to just kind of get stressed out. Obviously, if we don't have organization, we have disorganization, but we forget things. We miss things. And we often have that kind of sense of panic that like there's something I'm supposed to do and I can't remember what it is. If you have ADHD like myself, that's a feeling that you're all too familiar with, because 9 times out of 10, you're sitting there going, shit, there's something I was supposed to do and I can't remember what it is. Organization is so crucially important for your success. So if you are in a place where maybe you're not progressing as well as you want to with a certain skill or a task, or you're somebody who forgets your weekly goal every week. You write a goal in your check in and then you forget what it is by the time the next week comes. Um, maybe um, maybe it's just like straight up results. Maybe you're not getting the results that you want and you're not getting them fast enough, which always comes down to getting better at certain skills. Or I shouldn't say always, because there are some hormonal and like physical things that can make things slower. But a lot of times it comes down to our execution of things, right? So that's what we're going to solve today. Um, Now, if you're not a planner and you're not an organizer, I want you to immediately stop saying that I'm not an organizer or I'm not a planner, because everybody can be. It's not that hard. I am an ADHD kid, and I was the most disorganized person on the planet. I still forget things, but I was always a person that identified with, like, I can never keep a calendar. I forget to do it. I don't make lists because I always lose my lists. Blah blah blah. Every excuse on the planet I've come up with every single possible way that you could make an excuse for not being organized in my lifetime. All right, and I just want to tell a fun story, a little bit of a success story with one of my male clients, because he felt the same way. When we started working together, he was like, I just can't keep a calendar. It's not something I've ever done. It's not something I ever want to do. I just suck at it. It's same thing that I did, right? A bunch of reasons why it wouldn't work for him. But I encouraged him and motivated him to try it anyways. Within like 3 weeks, there's always a learning curve. And anytime you're trying to do something new, add a new habit, add a new skill, even if it's a simple one like planning, it takes a little bit of time. And so after about 3 weeks, he was like, Darce, this is an absolute game changer. I feel so much more organized. Like, I'm getting my workouts done. It just feels way better. And I don't feel as panicked through the week when I have my schedule in front of me and I know when I'm supposed to do things. And it's true. It makes life a lot easier. So whatever it is that you're struggling with, let's start. I'm going to give a bunch of different examples because I want to give, with the main problems that we see, I want to give some specifics on how to make this change. All right. So first one, goals. This is something that comes up every now and then. And it's something that I will always pester my clients with. If you make a goal, which you have to, it's a part of your check-in process and it's a part of your success. You make a goal on your check-in and you set your action plan for it. But, excuse me, you forget your goal. You did not make a goal. You made a statement. And so we need our goals to be goals. And if you're somebody that forgets your goal, that's okay. Let's fix that. What you're going to need to do is plan for success. If you know I make goals and I always forget what my goal is, and it can be a goal that's like, I want to get 4% better with my macros. I want to hit X number of protein per day as my minimum. But you always forget to you forget that that's the goal, right? You need to be focused on that goal every single day. You need to see it every single day. Otherwise, how are you going to actually ensure that you're hitting it? So, plan for success. What's a way that you can see that goal every single day without being able to avoid it? There's a lot of different ways that we can do this. You can set sticky notes up. Put sticky notes if it's a nutrition thing. Put sticky notes on your fridge if it's a workout thing. Put sticky notes on your bathroom mirror if it's a habit. Put a sticky note around visibly where that habit takes place. If it's water, then put sticky notes at your desk where you're spending most of your time. You can use sticky notes as your reminder, and you can Put as many of them in as many places as you want to. You don't have to write your goal out in detail. You literally just need enough information on there to remember what your goal is so that when you see it, it cues your mind. My goal this week is to fill in the blank, right? So the reason I bring that up is because you can do this at work. You don't have to have, you can literally just have a sticky note that says water. And if someone's like, why do you have a sticky note that says water? All you have to be like, say is, oh, that's just to remind me to drink more water. That's not embarrassing. It's totally fine, right? Another way you can do it, we all have phones and we stare at these every single day. Don't tell me that you have a phone and you don't look at it at least 300 times a day. Put it on the background. Put your goal, make it your background. Drink more water this week. Easy, right? You see it multiple times a day. And when you see it, you'll do it a lot more regularly than if you don't. All right. So that's one way. That's around goals. All right. Nutrition. Nutrition's a fun one because there's a lot of different ways that you can set yourself up for success. Meal planning. We have meal planning. We have meal prepping. We've gone over these in other lives before. But simply put, you can meal plan, meaning you can plot out what meals you want to eat, or you don't even have to have every single meal planned out. That takes a lot of work. And I understand why you might not want to do that for 7 days of the week and things change, right? But there's staple meals that you can have every day. You can plan just your proteins out. You could plan, I'm going to eat chicken for lunch on Tuesday, and maybe I'll have the other half of my chicken breast for dinner. On Wednesday, I'm going to have turkey breast, leftover turkey breast from Thanksgiving dinner. I paused because Thanksgiving was a little while ago, but maybe you still have it and it's still good. Turkey breast for lunch on a sandwich, and I'm going to have sole fillets for dinner, or whatever it is, right? You just plan in the thing that you're trying to get better at, plan it in through your week. You can do simple meal planning. You can do really complex meal planning. You take it a step further and do meal prepping. Casey and I have started doing this over the last month just because we've been really, really busy, and it's helped tremendously. I'm one that when I get working and I get busy, I will work for forever and forget to eat. So I wasn't eating my lunches until like 2-3 o'clock, or I would maybe cross my mind and I would kind of think like, oh man, I just don't want to take the time to make an entire meal right now. I'm staring over at my kitchen. And so then I'd be like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to finish this task and eat it later. And then, an hour later, I'm still not eating my meal. So meal prepping is a way that you can set yourself up for success. Case and I have been prepping our lunches and our dinners for like Monday through Friday every week. It's super simple. If you're cool with eating similar foods, that's all we do. I eat the same lunch every day and it doesn't bother me. And then the next week I just change what my lunch is. That's fine. You can also use different strategies where what we used to do is make a whole bunch of protein sources, 2 or 3 usually. We'd make 2 or 3 carb sources, and then we'd make a whole bunch of veggies. And then you just mix and match every day. Super easy. It's another way you can plan for success. Right. So whatever it is for you that's going to be successful. I'm going to give you one more for nutrition, especially for the moms and the ones that have busy family lives. If you're the one that is primarily responsible for like making meals for the family every week, or you maybe do it often, but your partner helps out every now and then, but they're not really sure what to make a meal schedule, like Taco Tuesday. I was trying to think of something that rhymes with Wednesday. Do like Taco Tuesday, do chicken and potato Wednesdays, do stir fry Thursdays, do pulled pork Fridays, whatever it is. Set up your week with your family so that each week it's repeatable and simple. But then you don't have to eat the same meal every week, but you know every night what you need to have ready. And then even more importantly, you know the night before what needs to come out of the freezer so that you can make that meal the following day. And we can make it super simple. It takes so much time off your plate just knowing what you're going to be doing rather than thinking, oh, what am I going to make tonight? What's not frozen? What can I thaw in time? Like, what veggies do I have? I gotta stop at the grocery store and grab this. Like, so much time gets wasted, and ain't nobody got time for anything extra these days, right? Especially with the holidays coming up, it's getting extra busy. Um, so yeah, that's nutrition. Workouts. One of my favorite things to do for workouts. Um, this is probably my number one tip is plan not just what days you're going to work out, what time of that day you're going to work out, and make a plan for 1 to 2 extra workouts in that week because you want to have a contingency plan. If you're planning like, okay, I'm going to work out Wednesday morning, I'm going to do a morning workout, I'm going to get up at 5 and do that workout. Well, Tuesday night comes, shit hits the fan, and you're not in bed until like 11:30, and you're like, holy crap, how am I going to get up for 5 and do a workout? Alarm goes off at 5 and you're just like, can't do it, miss the workout. If you have a contingency plan, it's not a problem, right? If you have extra time slots scheduled in for workouts, no big deal. And you can go, all right, you know what, it's Tuesday, things have kind of gone off the rails tonight. I'm supposed to do a workout tomorrow morning, but I could sleep in tomorrow morning instead, get an extra hour and a half of rest because then I don't have to work out and shower and get ready for work. I could do it at X time slot instead because I set that aside as another possible time to train. Amazing strategy. It works really, really well. Not only do you have contingency plans, but you've set intentions at the beginning of the week of how you're going to get all 4 workouts done, what time they're going to get done, what day they're going to get done. And that already starts to root in your mind. You have that plan. It's like knowing your work schedule. Not everybody has a Monday to Friday job, but I used to be a nurse. So if you know what your work schedule is and you have like a variable schedule like that, you never miss work. You always show up for work. And a lot of the time is because you know that you're supposed to be going to work. And you also just need to get paid, right? Workouts are very similar. If you workouts can be very regimented. You can be like Casey and I are very consistent with what days we go. We set that up with our work schedule and for our recovery and everything. And so we're really consistent that way. But the time that we go each day changes from like, especially now, it's a little bit different. But before we went on the same days at the same time every day, and it was super simple. We have a real luxury of being able to work from home to do that. So if you don't, then it's all that more important to schedule in the days, the times, set the intention because you're going to be thinking about it all through the week when you look at your calendar and go, oh yeah, workout's going to be on Tuesday at 5 p.m. straight after work. I got to make sure on Monday before I go to work that I'm all set up so that I don't finish work and I'm super hungry and I don't have my gym clothes and I have to go home first because then I'm going to run out of time or the kids are going to ask for something or I'm going to sit on the couch and I'm just not getting up, right? Plan ahead. That brings me to another workout tip that I have, which is get your shit ready the night before. Even if it's an evening workout, doesn't matter. 24 hours before your workout, get your clothes out, get your music ready, make sure your headphones are charged up, make sure you have a meal ready if you need a meal before your workout. If you're going straight after work, make sure you got that food ready to go. Even if you're doing an early morning workout at home, get your breakfast ready to go for the morning so that I kid you not, it makes things that much easier even when like portions are already set up and you don't have to break out the scale to figure out how many grams of oats you're going to eat. If you already have it portioned out, you just toss it in the bowl, make it. It's easy. You're tired, you're groggy, you're not fully awake, and you don't have to do any extra thinking. There's less resistance. Workout clothes are set up. You don't have to choose what you're going to wear. You don't have to sneak around the room because your partner's still asleep. Everything is all set up. You just grab it and go. Hugely makes you hugely successful when you plan ahead like that. The more you can plan and the more you can organize, the better you'll do. And you can start with one thing. Like start with planning your workouts, get them organized, get your stuff ready the night before, build that habit, then start doing it with nutrition and continue to organize and build routine into your structure as much as you can, because you will be that much more successful. I promise you. This is ties into the holidays, and I'm not going over this in detail because we will on other calls before the holidays come up here. But um, you can see how this makes you more successful. When we've got Christmas coming up, there's work parties, there's family get-togethers, there's friend get-togethers, all of these sorts of things. There's kids Christmas parties and school plays. I don't know if they still do that anymore, but they did back when in the '90s when I was a kid. Um, I say that that's really funny that I say that because I was homeschooled and we still did plays at home, like homeschooled, like just my siblings and me. Anyways, um, rehearsals and everything, costumes, the whole shebang. Um, so with the holidays coming up and added things to the schedule, it's that much more important to plan ahead and go, oh, you know what? Like this week's going to be really busy. I don't know if I could maybe get all 4 workouts in. I'm going to plot these 5 times to try and do it, and that way you have the confidence of knowing, like, okay, I got these 5 times set up. I've got 4 workouts to do. I think I can get them all in. Or you could look at your schedule. Alternatively, you could look at your schedule and go, "There's no way. Like, there's just I'm not. It's not going to happen." One of my clients, her husband just left on an 8-day trip last minute with work. She's at home with the kids. She's a teacher, so she's got school stuff wrapping up. She's an aerial instructor, so she's got classes to run. Her schedule when she's home alone with the kids when her hubby's gone is really, really tight. And then you add in all the Christmas stuff. She's looking at her calendar going, I don't think I'm going to get all 4 workouts in this week. And that's okay. And when you plan it ahead of time, you can see that and you can already go, oh, you know what? Like, it's just not going to happen this week. This is going to be a 3 workout week. And that's the best that I can do. And you're okay with it because you see the schedule and you know, versus not really knowing, trying to force it through the week and getting through the week and being like, oh my God, I've only gotten 2 workouts in and it's Saturday and my check-in's tomorrow. Like, I don't even have time to get it in today. You get that like feeling of guilt and ickiness, or you feel like you're behind and feel like you're failing and all that sort of stuff. And that whole all of that feeling can be prevented by just planning ahead and looking at your calendar, seeing what events, what commitments that you have coming up, where you can get workouts in, how many you can actually get in reliably, even if it's a partial workout, getting that in, that sort of stuff. It helps not only in getting better results, but it protects your mindset. And we all know how important your mindset is. When you feel like things are all going to crap, the temptation to just like throw your arms in the air and be like, I can't do this is so much higher. But when you plan ahead and you can see already that you're like, it's still going to be uncomfortable, but you're like, oh man, like I don't think this is going to be my best week. At least you know, right? At least you can see it. And logically, you can understand that, like, I've got a lot on my plate. Life is demanding a whole lot extra from me this week. I don't think that I can hit everything to 100%. Hey, Coach Casey, this is what I've got going on. What do you think that we should do this week? Or how can I get through this week the best way possible? You know what I mean? That way we can help you. We can add flexibility to your plan. We'd be like, hey, you know what? No problem. Just train 3 times this week. It's not going to make a difference. You're good. Don't worry about it. Or, hey, you know what? Take an intuitive eating meal on this day. Or let's add a refeed on this day or whatever. You know what? Like, if you plan ahead, that gives us the opportunity to help you as well and manage that schedule so that you're not just, kind of taking each day as it comes and then having your mindset battered. Right. Cool. Let's wrap it up there. And let me know if you have any questions about this. If there's any, I've got ideas and strategies for all of this stuff, like any circumstance, situation possible. working as a nurse for 9 years, my schedule was all over the place. A lot of it was casual. So I was literally taking shifts half an hour before my shift started, and trying to manage my training schedule, my habits, my sleep, my water, my nutrition, all of that with just chaos in my day to day. I'm not going to pretend that I had the hardest schedule on the planet because it was just me, right? Or it was just me and Casey. So there's a lot of freedom when you don't have any other responsibilities in life other than yourself and your partner. But I do have a lot of different problem solving around a variety of different circumstances. So if this call you're like, I want to start planning ahead for this thing, but we didn't talk about it today, and you're not really sure how to manage it, let me know. Let Casey know. We'll help you with it. We've got a million different ideas and different ways that we can help you with that. All right. Have a wonderful Tuesday. If you're watching on replay, hashtag replay, drop your win, your biggest takeaway. And I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. We will see you all on Friday for Casey's call.